Hey guys, what's up? It's a Raging Phoenix here, and so today I'm gonna give my part 2 on the 3x3 tutorial. So in this video, I'm gonna be teaching you how to do the second and the third layer of the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. And if you have not already learned the entire first layer and the notations of how to write algorithms, then be sure to watch the video, which I'll be putting the link in the description. Making the second layer is a very easy step. It requires only 2 algorithms and only one intuition step. So you just need to find an edge, put it in its right spot and repeat it for all 4 edges around the second layer, which will form the second layer. Then you move on to the third and you're done. So to start with the second layer, find a piece on the bottom layer without yellow in it. So we search here. This one has yellow in it. This one does not. So now that we have found this piece, make a match. So this doesn't match as the both colors aren't same. This doesn't match as the both colors aren't same. Nor does this. But this matches. So this is its correct spot. So now you need to find where the piece goes, on the left or the right. So as you see a green and red, this is not the green and red piece, green and orange piece. So it must go to the left. So for this you need to do the left algorithm. In this you basically do one algorithm and then move to the left and do another algorithm. So repeat this algorithm with me. D, L, D prime, L prime, and now move to the left as it needs to go to the left space, and then go D prime, R prime, D, R. So now as you see, this piece is in its correct place and now it's solved. So now moving on to the next piece. So find a piece with yellow in, without yellow in it, this one. So I take this here and make a match. This two goes to the left. And so do the same algorithm once again. D, L, D prime, L prime, D prime, R, D, R prime. So now as you see, the thing is finally in its correct place, and now we have put two things in their correct places. So now moving on to the next piece. As we see here, it's already made a match and it's here. So now you just need to do the same algorithm to do to the left. D, L, D prime, L prime, and then move on to the left. D prime, R prime, D, R. Now this is in its correct place and we need to go with the last step. So now we need to find the last piece to put to make the second layer solve. So here we have found it, it already matched, and now we have to put it in the right. So it's almost the same algorithm with a little tweaks. So it goes like D prime, R prime, D, R. Then turn to the right instead of the left this time because the piece goes to the right, and then go D, L, D prime, L prime. So now as you see, we have put the entire thing and we have solved the second layer. For the second layer, there are two special cases that you can incur, which is one of these. It's in its correct place but rotated. In this case, you just need to do a simple thing to fix it. Do the right putting or the left putting algorithm on any side and just aim any yellow piece to put it into there. So I put the yellow red piece there. That means that this piece has finally come out. And then you can just insert it in like you would normally would on the other cases. So what about this case where there's 0 pieces without yellow in them on the bottom? So what will you do in this? As you see, these two pieces need to be swapped. So for this, you do one algorithm aiming towards that side by putting a yellow into one of the wrong pieces, and that piece is finally up. So you can insert it normally into its place, and then the other wrong piece will also be out, and then you can insert that also properly in, and then it will be solved. So now that we are done with the entire second layer, we need to go towards the third layer. And for this, we need to actually keep the white down instead of our normal white up. So keep the yellow up and then check for your yellow cases. This means all the edges on the yellow side, you need to check what cases they are. So the first case that you may find is this center dot. There is no edge yellow pieces around it, and this is called the dot. So once you have found a dot, you need to do one algorithm once to get it to the next case. This algorithm will be F R U R prime U prime F prime, and we have come to the second case. I recommend practicing this algorithm as this is one of the confusing algorithms around. So practice this again and again till you get the hang of it. Now next step, you have got this kind of a case. This is like a small little L. So once you have got an L, you need, so this is the L, and once you have got the L, you need to keep it like this. So it should be the yellow pieces should be facing front and your right. Once you're done with that, do the same algorithm again. The same algorithm will be done again to get a line. This is the third case, the line. So now you need to keep the line on your right and the left, and then you do the same algorithm. F R U R prime U prime F prime. And now you have reached our next step's final thing, which is the cross. This is the last case and is the thing where the next step is finally solved. So now we can move on with the next step. I recommend practicing this again and again as there are a lot of different cases you can incur in this. So the next step is to make the yellow cross. So as you remember in the white cross where you used to match all of these, the same way you have already made the yellow cross and you need to match all of these. So the first step to do this is find two colors which are matching, which are making pairs. One pair, there's no other pair. So rotate it once more. One pair, two pair. So we have found our two pairs now, and now we can do the algorithm we need to do. Find the unsolved pairs over here. Keep it in your front and your right. So once the unsolved pairs are facing your front and your right, do this algorithm. R U 2 R prime U prime R U prime R prime U prime. So this algorithm is now done. Like this, you see these all are matching and we are done with our next step. But what if you get one of these cases where the correct ones are facing opposite ways and you cannot find a way to face them together? So in this case, you keep the wrong pieces in front of you and at the back of you, and you do the same algorithm once and then move to your right and do the same algorithm, and then you move to your left. You can see that these two are finally correctly placed, and you can do the same algorithm as you already know and put them in your correct place. So do it once at your face when the wrong pieces are towards you, and at the back of you. Go to your right and do it, go to your left and do it. So like that you can get the yellow cross. So now the next step is to get the corners in the correct place. This basically means that get the corner to the correct place. The alignment doesn't matter. Like this one is in its correct place. Green, red, yellow. Green, red, yellow. It's in its correct place, but it's not properly aligned. There is not a problem in this state. You just need to get everything in the right places. Like this goes here, this goes here, and this goes here. So for this, your first step is to find a piece which is in the right spot. Basically, this means there should be a piece which is in its right spot, like this one. Its orientation doesn't matter, but till it's in its right green, red, yellow spot, it's alright. So now you need to do the next algorithm. Keep this towards your right and facing towards you. And now you do this thing. L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime. So now most cases you'll find it already that all pieces are in their correct place, but in this case it's not. This is because we just need to do it the same algorithm once again, and then it will get to its correct place. So do the same algorithm once again, and then as you see, this is in its correct place, this is in its correct place, and this are all in its correct place. So this is the end of the next step. So what if no corner is in its correct place? None of the corners are in its correct place. So what do you do in that case? Don't freak out. Just do any side. It doesn't care which side you do. Just do the algorithm once or twice in some special cases, and then you'll get at least one corner which is in its correct place. I found this one, and now you can do the same algorithm to now bring it all to its correct place. Correct place, correct place, correct place, correct place. So for the next algorithm, you should remember the algorithm we had done in the first layer. This algorithm was to put a corner from its bottom to the top. So this same algorithm would be used in this step also. So we need to just rotate these corners correctly so that we can solve the entire cube. So for this, you need a buffer spot. A buffer spot is the down right corner of the top row. This down right corner will be a part in which all of the wrong pieces will come so that they can be properly rotated. So now if you remember the algorithm, repeat after me. R prime, D prime, R, D. And don't get worried if it doesn't get solved. You just need to repeat it. R prime, D prime, R, D. And now this is in its correct place. But then you see the entire cube is messed up. Don't worry. Once you rotate all of the corners the same way in the buffer spot, instead of just turning them like this and doing it, which is a common mistake, if you continue doing that, it will finally be solved. So now go to get the next unsolved corner in your buffer spot. This is the unsolved corner, and this was the buffer spot. So get it to your buffer spot and do the same algorithm. R prime, D prime, R, D. And do it once again. R prime, D prime, R, D. Now this is correctly arranged, and now get the next unsolved corner in its correct spot. And then do the same algorithm. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. And now as you see, it just solved. You just need to do some 2 or 3 moves and it's solved. Now you have officially learned how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe and hit the notification button so that you'll be reminded whenever I upload. Be sure to comment on your doubts in the comment section below, and If you haven't already learned how to solve the first layer and the notations, please be sure to watch the other video which I have linked in the description.